Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching Glenda's Dragon's Den. Tonight, wanted to take this opportunity to just go on here and just express first and acknowledge that today is the 61st year anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, where he was in Washington, D.C. And with that being said, that energy that is created today is something that is definitely um, bringing us together. It should bring us together. And unfortunately, a lot of the times we forget that we are all here to help each other. We are all here to heal. We are all here to just do greatest good. Now, unfortunately, a lot of those that are in power are telling those who look up to them um, to do the right thing. But they forget to mention, they never really tell anyone who, for whom, who is it supposed to be right for? Is it supposed to be right for the person who's healing? Or is it supposed to be right for the person in power? We have been in the last time period, last year, 2 years, we have seemed to be more separate than ever before. When we were going through COVID and the lockdown, we all got together. We went and we got on Zooms meetings and we would help each other, and those that would go shopping would help those that couldn't go shopping, and etc., etc. And yet now it seems like we're just falling apart. We're just not practicing best um, for us. We're practicing best in the wrong way. We think that by backstabbing people and by talking bad about others and by putting others down, that makes us look better. And all it does in the long run is create that distrust, even in the short run, create that distrust in everyone. So no one is helping anyone and no one is uniting. And all it seems that we're doing is falling apart. We came, we chose to be here at this very moment to unite, to create a better environment so we could ascend, so we could become better humans, so we could learn faster, so we could help each other. And it seems like some of us forgot that. It's okay. We come down here and we forget what a lot of the times what we're supposed to do, but when we are remembering, remember that it's great is good and it's right for you. Now, with all this that's happening, I will be teaching, doing a workshop a week from this Saturday. So it's September 7th. And I know that, I hate doing this, but I'm going to talk about it because it's very important. It is a workshop that has to do with healing when you lose trust. You have that moment where you learn how to recover after betrayal. Learn how to recover and put your life back together after that betrayal and that trust has been broken. Now, for most of us, once we get betrayed, we lose trust, not only just in that person, but we lose trust in a lot of other people. any situation from that moment on, any relationship that we're in, whether it's friends or family, romantic or even business, it's very hard to count on them and to trust them again and to give them um, part of our lives again. We just, so some of people lash out in social media, and that creates a harder moment. The best thing to do is always don't put it out on social media, because you're only going to get those people who are going to be on your side because you're on top at that moment or you're talking about someone right at that moment. What you need to do is don't put it out there. Only spread the positive stuff. Let's get together, right? We had There's a lot of negativity out there, a lot of stress. People are going sometimes from paycheck to paycheck, not being able to buy food or pay their rent. People are getting sick. People are passing away. And yet, all we can think about is how to hurt each other, because that person was so close to you and you loved that person so much and you trusted them so much, and they backstabbed you. And from that point on, you turn to a person that you don't even recognize. Um, Now, we all can benefit from good energy. We can all benefit from being united and not only showing others how to grow, be the example of what you want others to be. Be that example as best as you can. We are humans, of course, and we go through our phases, and sometimes we're not as good as we want to be, but it's okay. Um, Now, a lot of you have questions for me uh, that involve my life. And I have been receiving emails, and people have been saying to me, "Oh, I didn't know this about you, didn't know that about you." Well, if for those that are in the chat, this is your time to ask those questions. I'm going to open the floor, but I am going to start a little bit. When I was shy of one day before my second birthday, at that moment, I could not walk because I have certain um, pathology that would not allow me to walk. And I have had those um, friends, that our parents always say, "Oh, it's your imagination," that through my whole life. And as far as I could remember even further than that. I could remember when I was 6 months old. Um, I have an extremely good memory. And I may not remember what I ate yesterday, but I have an extremely good memory of the past. And what I do is I give thanks for that great memory, because that memory from even 6 months old, um, I remember my father going from one room to another, putting stuff under the Christmas tree, which in Cuba it was January 6th, because it was the three kings that brought all the presents for the children. I remember my father doing that. I remember my aunts and my uncles. I remember my guardians. I remember everyone and everything that has happened in my life. Um, and from that point on, I began my journey. So I've been in my journey the whole time. At the age of 2, on my second birthday, I committed myself to the higher being, to the divine, to God, whatever you want to call it, the creator, to do what is greatest good for humanity. So they can use me as a conduit, of course with free will, to do greatest good for humanity, for all of us, for united beings, so we could grow, so we could ascend, and we can be in that spiritual journey, in that path that we came here for. Um, and ever since then, it's been galactic beings. I speak to any being, no matter what dimension they're in, what timeline they're in, anyone that wants to talk. And I do say beings because they're not humans. Um, not all of them. They may have been human at one point, but when I speak to them, I speak to them telepathically, and they tell me everything I need to know. Now, for those that have questions, I'm going to look at the chat room now, like Ashley. For people who want to start their own spiritual journey, where would you recommend they start? Well, first thing, get the Four Agreements. That book is phenomenal. You're going to have to read it a few times because it's going to blow your mind. And that is one of the best places to start. I'm not, yes, find a mentor that will help you, that resonates with you. Um, find a mentor that thinks of and cares about the students, about those around them. Don't find a mentor that is just um, there because they feel that this is a way of living. We all have to pay our bills, yes, but find a mentor that cares. And you will feel that, um, you will definitely feel that energy in your mentors if you just pay attention. And if you see red flags or feel red flags right away, just go find somebody else. Not everybody is meant for everyone. Not everybody resonates with everyone. I have taken classes from a lot of mentors, and in my lifetime have had over 15 different mentors, each for a different purpose, a different path, a different journey. Um, and each one of them has appeared to me when I need them the most. When I am ready, the mentor shows up. And now, even still now, when I am ready, the mentor shows up. So I don't have to worry. I don't have to go and wonder things or even, go out there and look for what's the most expensive or anything like that. The mentors always show up when I am ready, and we always resonate with each other. We always bring positive energy onto that table, and everything that they teach me. It's just for me to learn. So, and I take it or not take it, but I learn from it. Every single mentor is different, and it doesn't make any difference if we're all doing mediumship. Each person that does mediumship, whether you believe it or not, does it differently. We could all start in different ways. We could all um, do the actual step by step pretty much the same, but the energy you will feel very different. Very, very different. Again, for those that want to start on their spiritual journey, I would definitely recommend the Four Agreements. And I believe now there's an update, there's the Five Agreements, but definitely Four Agreements. It's cheap. You could get it on Amazon. Um, you could borrow it from Amazon if you have Prime. So you don't have to spend thousands of dollars for it. Now, yes, Julie, yes, we do come into contact with every person that we come into contact is a teacher because we learn from each other. We are here. This is a classroom. This is a huge classroom. And we came here with a pre-agreement that we're going to meet so and so and so and so and so and so, and we are in this lifetime they're going to give us the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to heal whatever needs to heal so we could ascend to. And when we leave this body, this meat suit, as a lot of people call it, we can then be in a better place. and we can hopefully choose where we go next, and hopefully leave Earth a much better place than when we came in. So, so now, age of two. So if you have any questions, just put them on the chat. I'll be looking in, and my tech support's putting up the comments and questions as we go along. So if you have any questions, go. If you're having trouble on Facebook, you could go to YouTube and pick up the questions there. Now, for those that will see this later, or anybody who's here today, if you want to contact me, just you could look me up almost any social media. Glenda Dawson, Glenda's Magical Creations. I have my own website, glendasmagicalcreations.com, and you could email me, message me, whatever it is. Thank you, Matt. That's my tech support in back there. He's so good to me. He is my partner's son, and he makes sure that I look good. So, age of two, I commit myself. Then, be as it may, life gets thrown into me, and I gotta live life, right? I am um, here to learn myself, not just teach eventually, but learn myself so I can be an example and help others as they come to me. Um, go through my traumas, go through my heartaches, leave family behind, come to the US, learn new language, the whole thing. And yet, I never lost my team. My team always was with me, which I was very thankful for. I never realized that they traveled with me wherever I went. I thought once I left Cuba that they would not be with me, but yet, behold, they were with me. So I was very grateful, especially for a young child. You want to feel safe, you want to feel protected, and you want to have that safe space, that person who you can just go to and talk to, whether it's the other side or a human that's alive. So I went through what I went through. I experienced galactic beings at a very young age. I experienced what they call near death experience, but I was dead. I was at the seashore, Seaside Heights in New Jersey. For those that know it, know that for some reason the waves and the undertows are always a lot rougher there. And there was an undertow, it took me out, and I basically drowned. And so as I'm floating up out of my body, I saw my body just flat, facing down, floating there. Okay. And all I kept saying to myself, that doesn't look good. But at that point, you just arrive at the other side, and you feel all the good that's there. You notice all the beings that are there because they're energy beings, by the way. You don't recognize them as I do now. You just know that they're home, that they're what you remember them as your grandmother in this life, or as your great grandmother, or grandparents, or aunts and uncles. I saw ascended masters. I saw what we call creator God. I experienced that. And I say, when I say see, it was just bright lights, very, very strong energy. Um, and when I did that, I they basically told me I had a lot of things to do yet, and they pushed me down. Just as I was saying, a second or two, they were paddling me back to life. They had EMS there, and I got taken to the hospital, spent the day there. It was interesting. Um, so, of course, needless to say, although the other side was very beautiful, I did get told that until it's your time, don't go, because then you're going to have to redo your lessons and redo this lifetime or this what this lifetime was intended for, um, a lot harder. So if you are in trouble, I'm going to take this opportunity, and you feel down and you're considering taking your own life or self medicating, wherever it is, please contact me. Reach out. Reach out to anybody. Reach out to suicide hotline. Don't don't go. That takes a lot of courage, because I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to face things, and they're going to be a lot tougher. Just so you can learn the lessons um, and heal whatever you signed up for, because you already signed that contract. You're already going to do it. Now, so that was one of, which is now five official deaths. Yes. So that's how many times I have officially died where they had to bring me back to life. Um, so thank you, Deb, for that question. I, every single time, I recognize the beings, the light beings, the energy beings. Every single time I get thrown back. Well, no, I one time I did request to come back because I had young kids at that time, and I said I um, I made the agreement to bring those children to this world. I want to make sure they're okay. So I decided I was going to come back, which I'm glad I did. Lots of fun after that. Unstoppable. That I could tell you, my guys, my team, they keep doing the short stick, and to see who takes over, and the rest go drinking. I know it. They take turns, and the rest just go drinking. But it's okay. I'm here to question them, and that's another thing. I don't just accept what they tell me, because I still have free will, and I know how to use it, and I question why. If it's something extremely important that I do, like I had to move here from New Jersey to Pennsylvania, and they wanted me to continue my journey here so I could create this beautiful platform that I have created, this nonprofit incorporation that I have created. All these things that I have created, I had to be here in Pennsylvania for it, so I could continue my journey. So they made it a point to do whatever they had to do so I would leave New Jersey. I was kicking and all that. I didn't want to leave Jersey. I like Jersey. I'm still a Jersey girl deep down, and still, for those that don't know what Jersey girls do, they stretch out their middle finger and give it to you and salute if you bother them. So, um, we are all here together. So my team, unfortunately, they signed up for a rougher road, um, but they're having fun too. Let's see. Ashley has a question. So we have multiple beings on our team. What are guides? We have multiple beings on our teams. We're born with six guides. Those guides, and some of us are born with the seventh, and they're together with us from the day that we're in conception to the day we go back home. Those guys are here to help us find joy, to help us with our health, help us communicate, to protect us, to light, guide us, to also protect our Akashic records, and to protect us not only physically, but to protect us also spiritually from spiritual attacks. Now, we have the seventh, some of us have the seventh, which is the animal guide, spirit guide. And that one, some of us are born with it also. I was born with the dragons. Ever since I can remember, I have always been fascinated with dragons. Um, and if not dinosaur looking things, which look like dragons, some of them. So In those times they weren't as good as they are now, and the drawings weren't as good as they are now. So, but that's what I imagined, and that's what I kept seeing. I always saw dragons around me protecting me, and kind of protecting me in such a way that it was visibly seen. For example, at one point, my father, before he learned his lessons and before he grew, he was the old fashioned type, let's get a belt and hit them when, for whatever reason, we coughed the wrong way, and, that was our punishment. And one day, all of my team got stood around me, and my father um, could not hit me. He would try to hit me, and it would bounce off that energy wall that they created for me. And they spoke to him. And that was the last time he ever took anything, picked up anything to discipline us that way. He learned right there and then that there was a lot more in this world than meet meets the eye. The multiple beings that we could have aliens, as we call them, aliens. I call them galactics. We could have beings from other dimensions. We could have beings that have never been born, never incarnated anywhere. We could have animals. We could have fairies. We could have anything and everything of any type of being that exists. Anything that's alive, except for plants. We cannot have plants as guides because they can't walk with us or, you know, ride with us or anything like that. But you could talk to the plants and you could definitely get guidance from them. And you'd be surprised the stuff that they tell you. That's why most mentors tell you take a walk in nature, go hiking, go and just immerse yourself in nature. Let the plants talk to you, let the animals talk to you, let the insects tell you what's going on, and let that connection with nature and Mother Earth be part of you, because then you will feel the oneness that's all around us. People, everybody has a crystal, and they don't realize that crystals are alive. Crystals have and are living. That's why they absorb energy, and that's why they give energy, and that's why you could set it up in your windowsill or outside on the full moon so they could recharge. That is why they are able to do that, because they are part of Earth. Earth, Gaia, Terra, it's alive. It's a living, breathing being. And we are so blessed to be a part of it. We are so blessed to be here and take this opportunity so our soul can just evolve to a point that we don't have to keep coming back here. But this is what one of the things that Earth was created to um, create humans, and so that our souls can incarnate here. Souls of anybody. You could have people that are from other planets. You could have uh, people that are from other dimensions again. And I say people, I mean energy beings that have decided to incarnate here to learn something. Just like animals, our pets, our dogs, our cats, they have souls. They understand you. And you, if you pay attention, you will be able to communicate with them and figure out what they're saying to you. What is it that they want? Um, it's just very amazing to me that people still think, um, on the subject of galactics and all that, people still think that we're the only ones in this vast universe. For goodness sakes, it takes those little machines years to get to places. And you see all the evidence that there was life at some point there. And they may still be life there, just not like us. you know. um, we forget that there's no way we could be the only ones. um, let's see, there's a question. Are you an animal communicator? Yes, I am. I communicate with those souls. Oh, they're so beautiful. I help people who have pets and cannot really communicate with them understand what it is that that pet is going through. I also do communicate and help heal because I also do animal reiki uh, to all types of animals. I also use my communication skills to find lost pets, just like I help find lost people, lost humans, whether it's by um, unwillingness, like somebody does something against them, or some crime has been committed, or somebody who's just truly lost, who just couldn't handle the responsibilities anymore, couldn't handle something, they snapped and they walked away from their life, and they're in another place. Um, and sometimes they want to be found, sometimes they don't. There's some humans that they've been through so much trauma that they don't want to be kept in a reminder. They don't want to be in the same place to be reminded of all their traumas. They haven't all been healed, and they just go someplace else, leave all their friends and family behind, and hopefully do their healing. And sometimes, a lot of the times, they do come back, communicate with their families and their friends, but they don't come back permanently. It's too much for them. That environment doesn't feel safe for them anymore, so they just start all over again. And when the animals accept healing, because they also have to accept healing just like humans, they will uh, feel very peaceful. A lot of the times they fall asleep, and they just heal, and they take a lot less time absorbing animal reiki than humans take time to absorb reiki, because the animal, once they accept it, they're fully open and surrender to that energy. Humans still put up a wall or a fight, and they don't always. um, they say that they allow it and they welcome it, but they sometimes forget to put their walls down. So it's not that it's impossible to get through that wall, not for me, thankfully, but it does take extra time and extra um, tools to bring that wall down so that energy can then be absorbed by their being, by their higher self. And they always tell me what they need. They may come with a knee pain, but their higher self tells me no, it's the back, and so whatever it is that they need, it just goes there. Let's see. There's another. What level of Reiki do I have? In Usui, I have the 25th level, so I'm a grandmaster. But I do also have been attuned and have studied over 125 other Reiki modalities. And the reason that I do that is because I say Usui is like your family physician, and all the other Reikis are the specialists. So, for example, um, if an addict comes to me and they want to be in recovery and they want to stay in recovery, well, Reiki can also be one of the tools that they use to assist them in that. They will then receive, say, for example, Karuna Ki, or a special Reiki just for addictions. It will still heal the rest of them, but it will concentrate on their addictions and what brought on the addiction to help them uh, be in recovery for the rest of their lives. Um, let's see. Ashley has a question. Do you teach others Reiki? Of course I do. I teach, not only do I teach Usui from level 1, but I teach it all the way to the 25th level. I teach right hand path Reiki. I teach all the Reikis that I have learned. I have teach. I have even taught them actually. Let's see, Dragon Reiki, um, Elemental Reiki, Kundalini Reiki, at least that. I'm just naming them at the top of my head. Um, so it's all energy and it's all used in combination. Like any of my students can tell you, I always tell them everything you learn is like a tool in your toolbox. If you're going to do a job around your house, you never know exactly what kind of tool you need because you may be doing plumbing work, but then you just had to break through a wall to get to the plumbing. So you may need a spatula and you may need a whole bunch of spackle and you may need all these other tools like cutting tools and all that to make that hole to get to the plumbing. Um, it's something that I tell everyone, never stop learning. The more you learn, the more open you are, the more your spiritual path will actually open up. And you start to trust the journey. And once you trust the journey, you will see all the blessings all around you. You will see the blessings um, come forward to you and you will see all the opportunities. And every single day that you are grateful for anything, whether it's something that you have or something that you don't have, it will multiply. And in more of that grateful energy will bring more of the stuff for you. It will not leave you behind. Um, I I have taught my students to do their rituals, their morning routines, their nighttime routines. When I teach Reiki, part of their homework between the first um, attunement and then the second, the sealing attunement, which is 21 days later, they have to do, depending on what level, 5 things that they're grateful for every day. And I don't want to hear and I don't want to read the exact same things. I want to see every single day because we have thousands of things to be grateful for. A sunny day, a rainy day, a stormy day, um, a moonlight, no moonlight, the AC, the hot weather, the cold weather, the snow. It's beautiful when we get snow. It actually cleanses the air, even though it's a pain in the neck to clean it, but it actually cleanses the air. So every single thing that we go through is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve, and to do more things and see more opportunities. Um, Now, let's see. Another question. Oh, so can you blend multiple practices together? Of course, Deb. You can blend everything that is anything for healing. I blend quantum healing with matrix healing, with Reiki, with vertex healing, with Akashic Records healing, with things like uh, self love healing modalities. Uh, any and all can be combined because it isn't one thing that needs healing. A human goes to one trauma and it's going to involve your spiritual being, your physical being, your mental being, your emotional being, your energetic being, and so on, your full psychic, all 11 bodies of your psyche. And you need to heal all those levels of your body in order to fully heal and let go of that trauma. Because if that trauma gets stuck anywhere, that eventually is going to manifest physically. You will start hurting, you will start developing diseases, you will start developing illnesses, you will start not being able to see, your vision gets affected, your nervous system gets affected. You become frightened of things that you were never frightened of before. So, and you can then use whatever you need to use. The more you learn again, the more I use different tools. I even use sound healing. For goodness sakes, yeah, I still do every once in a while the crystal balls healing. I have tuning forks, and I use tuning forks even when I do Reiki, and especially if the person comes in the human the client comes in person, I should say. But I still do it on Zoom also. The more you learn, the more tools you have, the more you can use together to heal everything that needs healing, to facilitate that healing, no matter what it is. What are Akashic records, and can anyone get access to them? Okay, Ashley. Well, Akashic records, the best way I can describe them is everything that has happened to you in all of your lifetimes, no matter what dimension, no matter what place, back and forwards, and the present. Every single time something occurs in your life, it goes into that book of life, as the Bible people refer to it in the Bible. That's the Akashic records. I envision them like filing cabinets, and then you have the three drawers: the present, the past, the future, and you could access them completely. And anyone can do it. You just need to make sure that you protect yourself. You need to ask the right questions. You need to ask the right guide. And I have taught that, how to do that, which I haven't taught that in a while. Maybe I'll teach that again. um, but it will help you connect to your own records. Or you can go to someone to help you, that they could access. You give them permission to access your records, and they could find the information for you. And that comes in also when I do past life regression or regression work. Um, it helps the person go to whatever lifetime they need to go to figure out why they have so much fear, so much trauma in this lifetime. I had someone who was very frightened of, um, well, I had a couple of people that were frightened of being in the dark, frightened of taking showers, um, any strong smells they didn't like at all. So aromatherapy was out. They didn't like to drive in cloudy days or even in foggy days. And that we discovered, um, at least two of them discovered, that they had a lifetime when um, the Jews were being murdered, and they were put in the gas chambers, and they were put in the darkness, and they were not, they were uh, no clothing. So all this they still had from that lifetime that they had to work. That the last memory was very frightening, very traumatic. And that is what they brought into this lifetime to work at, to try to heal and try to release that energy, that negative energy that was stuck in them from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. So that is why I say that every single tool that you learn is important, and every single tool that you learn can work together with all other tools that you may have already learned. Um, I tell everyone, if one mentor doesn't resonate with you anymore, including myself, okay, not I'm not excluding myself. If I don't resonate with you anymore, it's okay. Go find someone else. Go find someone that resonates with you anymore longer. And it could just be that you just need a little break to work through what you just went through. to work through what you just realized. And then all of a sudden, everything is, you heal that trauma, and then you come back and you acknowledge that, yeah, this was the right fit, but you just had to step away for a little bit. And that's okay. We all do that. We all need a break. We all need to take our turn. That's another thing that people forget. You work and work and help and help and help, and you drain yourself. And you just need to step away, do whatever feels good for you. Me, for example, is nature, but number one is the shore. I could sit on that sand and hear those waves crashing in, hear the seagulls, feel the bright sun on me, um, and that will heal anything that I need to be healed with. It was just basically, I say, the sun burns all that negative energy from me. Of course, I have to do the work. It isn't just you can go there and it's like a pill. You take a pill and your headache is gone. No, I did the work before I went there. And that's just my way of cleansing myself of that last bit of sand or residue that remains still stuck in me. And that's what I do. But we all need recharging. So don't feel guilty about sometimes having to say, no, I cannot do that today. Um, Today is my day. Assign yourself a day. Make an appointment with yourself. We use these little things, these phones for everything. Make an appointment for yourself. Turn off the phone right after you make that appointment. That alarm goes off. Turn off the phone and go into nature. Go read a book. Go put some music on. Go into your shower or your bath and just let the water soak, let the water rinse, and go from there. Do whatever you wanted to been wanting to do and you haven't had time. Even sleeping. Sometimes you just need to sleep. You just need to rejuvenate and let the mind actually take a break and you know, just sleep. What are some ways we could help humanity? We could be kind to each other. Number one, simplest thing. You can say hello to someone when you're walking by them. You could say something like, what a beautiful day it is, or how are you today? You could open the doors. You could be present when they're reaching out to you. And when I say present, it means shut your mouth and just listen to what they have to say. Be that safe space for them. That, by you helping one person, it helps all of humanity. Because once that person finds that safe space and you create that healing in them, you give them that opportunity to heal and release all that negative energy, they will be able to then help others. You see somebody and your neighbor needs something. They just came out of the hospital. Find out if they need something from the store when you're going to the store. What is the what's the difference? You're going to the store already. So find out if they need something. If somebody's been through surgery, don't sometimes we mean well, let us know if you need anything. For goodness sakes, cook them some soup or something, prepare it, leave it in their front door, or call them up and say, where can I leave some soup for you? And, what else do you need? Do you need me to drive you anywhere? Just don't say, call me if you need me, because a lot of people will not do that. They feel guilty, they feel that they don't deserve the help, and they feel like they don't want to bother people. So take the initiative, smile, be kind to each other. Don't get into the drama of that is out in this world right now. If somebody's in your rear view mirror, really close to your bumper where you cannot even see their headlights, move over, let them go. Don't add. And believe me, being a Jersey girl, that middle finger sometimes is extremely quick, and I have to remember that. Don't don't let that negative be compounded by more negative. Diffuse the situation, let the positive light win. Because by letting them go, you're not fueling more of that negativity. Who knows? Maybe they're in a hurry because they have to get to the hospital, somebody's passing away that is dear and close to them. And by you moving over, you give them that opportunity to get there faster. And if it isn't, you know what? It's none of your business. You relax, you pulled over, you let them go by, you move back, go back in, and you go on your merry way. If you get into an accident or there's road rage, you're going to be a lot later, or you could be hurt. So think of ways that you can help. Bring sunshine, be that sunshine, be that light wherever you go, and help each other with whatever little thing there is. You could help someone, but just if they're asking for prayers, hey, offer the prayers to them. Say sending. You don't even have to do that much. You don't even have to say sending prayers or do a whole long speech. Just say sending. And they know that you are there with a lending hand. And if you want to contact them later, message them and make sure that they're okay. And just offer whatever you can offer. Let's see. How can we protect ourselves against negative energies? Well, there's many things. First, call in your team. Call in your protectors, even if you don't know who they are. Okay, they are here, your guides. They are here to protect you. So call upon them because it's all free will. They will not help you unless you ask. They will not uh, just intervene for you unless it's really terrible and you're going to die if they don't. They will intervene in emergencies like that. You get dark stones. I prefer um, black, obsidians, or any black stone. Carry them with you. Charge them on full moons. You could get sprays or like I make my own recipe spray, and you just spray into the air and you walk through it, and now you did a shield of protection because all the herbs that I use are for that purpose, and all the intention and all the crystals that I use. Plus, it's Reiki infused. So, all of that is definitely that. You could envision yourself in a big bubble and pull up the zipper, like if you were going into a hazardous building, the hazard suits where they zipper themselves up and they have the mask and the whole thing. Envision that when you go out. Um, Carry stones with you. Say a prayer, whatever resonates with you. When I say a prayer, it could be an affirmation, could be a little meditation, could be whatever resonates with you. Before you leave your house, please protect me. If you're in your house, set up stones, set up symbols. Like I do Reiki symbols in all of my doorways. That's one of the tools I use to protect my house, to protect my domain, to protect my center too. And anybody who has gone there in person could tell you the energy outside is very different than the energy as soon as you walk through those doors. Completely calm, and very, very protective energy. Some have even, when we're doing mediumship, have even seen dragons around. That's because they're protecting the place too. So there's a lot of things that you can do to protect yourself against negative energies. Um, Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. If you're walking into a place and your body is giving you a stomach ache, walk out of there. If there's something negative there and you don't need to be there. That's another way, acknowledging that you need to listen to your body and giving them your body the acknowledgement. It will help you continuously. Um, do I sell crystals too? Yes, I do sell crystals of all different shapes, types, sizes, colors, each one with a different purpose or purposes, because there are many properties to each stone. A lot of people say, okay, this stone is only for healing. No, it could heal, it could protect, it could do many things. So when you carry a little bag of different stones, it could protect you, it could keep you healthy, it could guide you, it could um, make a shield around you to wherever you go, not only physically, but also spiritually, psychically, um, energetic wise, protect you. Um, and, you know, if you're interested in any of the stones, you just message me. I'll take pictures of what I have, send them to you. Um, but, you know, and then I could ship them too. So, and I could also ship the sprays that a lot of the people I know use to do exorcisms and do house cleansings and all that, because it's very concentrated, and all you need is a little spritz in each room, and it's like if you were smudging, but instead of the smoke, it becomes a very good smelling room. So, um, well, I'm almost to the end here, a couple of minutes. So if anybody has any last question, go for it. If not, you guys can find me at my website, glendasmagicalcreations.com. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on the Conscious Awakening Network. You can find me on Parapost Network Central. Um, my services. Okay, Julie, you could find them on my website at Glenda's Magical Creations, some of them. I do run a mediumship development and psychic and mediumship development class on Thursdays, and that is complimentary, so um, no charge. I also stream Reiki session every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. I do this streaming. Do you ever make recommendations to potential clients of what they might need? Of course. I talk to your higher selves, and your higher selves are the ones that tell me what it is that you need. And that is what I tell you. I don't tell you what I think because I'm still human. Not up to me. It is up to your team, and what you need, your higher self knows exactly, and your team knows exactly. So, anything anybody wants, any other questions, um, contact me anytime. Email is best, of course, but you can find my phone number there, and you can text me. Now, one thing, my phone is off from 9:30 till about 10 in the morning, 9:30 Eastern, 9:30 p.m. till 10 in the morning. If you text me or you call me and then you don't leave a message, I will not return your phone call. You don't leave a message, I don't return phone calls. So, but I'm almost out of time, and I do want to take this opportunity to say I love you. Thank you for being here. And as always, have a great week. Many blessings. Have a good one. Love you. Bye.